She's just a country girl, but unexpectedly became the exclusive favorite of the campus queen. She was almost caught by the teacher for grabbing class. The queen suddenly appeared. Cover her from the teacher. Jae-yi takes Seul-gi all the way to the hospital where her family runs. Seul-gi followed behind Jae-yi with a blank face. Jae-yi took her to the elevator to the negative first floor. The luxurious and comfortable decoration here makes Seul-gi look around, and Jae-yi was already sitting calmly in the chair and asked the nurse to do a checkup. Seul-gi looked at Jae-yi a little confused. Until Seul-gi saw the nurse give Jae-yi a few pills, and Seul-gi wish her a good state for tutoring tonight. Seul-gi just reacted. Jae-yi is actually warming up for tutoring. Seul-gi couldn't help but lament that poverty really limited her imagination. Then, Jae-yi took her to the tutoring class again. As Seul-gi looked around the classroom, Jae-yi opened the cabinet and gave Seul-gi the new school uniform that had already been prepared. Seul-gi looked at the new school uniform and asked questions. Jae-yi asked Seul-gi to try on clothes before answering her questions. Then he went forward and took off the second-hand school uniform on Seul-gi. Seul-gi can't refuse anymore. When Jae-yi unbuttoned her shirt, he saw a circular scar on her collarbone. Seul-gi nervously covers with his collar. It was a scar left by bullying in the countryside. Jae-yi didn't ask much but seemed to have guessed it. The new clothes fit better than expected. After wearing it, Seul-gi asked his doubts again. Seul-gi didn't expect this to be the reason. Seul-gi explained that she only got first place in the school in the country. Now he came to Seoul, she has never been to a cram school, and he couldn't even understand the test paper. Jae-yi smiled. Then take out a set of cram school test questions and hand it to Seul-gi. She wants to make a deal with Seul-gi. She will give Seul-gi all the questions for the cram school in the future. And Seul-gi has to tell her the learning method word for word. Just as Seul-gi was thinking about whether to agree to this surefire deal, the voices of Jae-yi's two best friends suddenly came from outside the door. Jae-yi quickly packed her clothes, pulled Seul-gi and hid in the closet. The two girlfriends entered the classroom and started complaining frantically about Jae-yi and Seul-gi. They say Seul-gi is Jae-yi's new pet. Long-haired girlfriend says Seul-gi is a freak again. When Jae-yi heard this, she quickly covered Seul-gi's ears. The long-haired best friend said she saw Seul-gi's file saying that her father had passed away. Her mother is still alive, but she was much younger than her father. She speculated that Seul-gi might be an illegitimate daughter of unknown origin. Jae-yi listens to these malicious speculations, smiled at Seul-gi. So Seul-gi won't know they're talking bad about her. Seul-gi's phone rang suddenly. Two best friends came over. Seeing that the cabinet door was about to be opened, Jae-yi sent a quick message to subtly send them away. Later, Jae-yi takes Seul-gi out of the hospital from a dedicated elevator. Seul-gi gave her her treasured Korean University keychain as a thank you. However, Seul-gi did not leave the hospital immediately, but came to the hospital's morning hall. She remembered that 4 months ago, she has finally found her father, who has been lost for 13 years. However, before he could call him dad, a bizarre accident separated the father and daughter. Seul-gi and stepmother took care of the funeral together. At that time, the funeral hall was set up in this hospital. On the day of the funeral, his father's attending doctor also came to the funeral. Seul-gi wants to ask men something about their father, but saw the man and his daughter hugging warmly. Seul-gi didn't know until he transferred to a new school. The man's daughter is Jae-yi. Jae-yi is not only a prominent family, but also the queen of campus. Seul-gi envies everything Jae-yi has. Now Jae-yi is offering her an olive branch. Seul-gi thought maybe he could use this opportunity to change his fate. She took out the cram school test questions that Jae-yi had given her and started self-study. But after looking at it for a long time, she couldn't write. In the end, she could only use the help of those mysterious pills to make his brain work. The effect of the medicine was immediate. She immediately opened her mind and started to study immersively. Jae-yi on the other side ended tutoring with two girlfriends. Jae-yi's father personally sent the three of them home. On the way, the two best friends got off the car early, saying they wanted to buy things. They don't like spending time with Jae-yi's dad. She always found her father very uncomfortable. After the two best friends got off, Jae-yi's dad suddenly asked about Seul-gi. She heard that Seul-gi is very good at studying, so he very worried that Seul-gi will surpass Jae-yi. But Jae-yi told him not to worry about her. With this sentence from Jae-yi, only then did the father shut up, satisfied. The next day, Seul-gi just arrived at the classroom. Seul-gi learned that Jae-yi's deskmate didn't come to school for some reason. Seul-gi packs after class. Back to Jae-yi.